and then I'm gonna play some music. And Kurt, you can introduce us because you have the best mic.
All right, so welcome to the first episode of Best/Worst. This is our initial attempt at a podcast. You know, we wanted to hop on the bandwagon that several 100,000 and millions have probably done. We figured it was high time to at least entertain ourselves, hopefully some other folks. My name's Kurt, and we'll probably do a few intros here with the first episode. But we have Joey and Mason along with us here. Mace, you want to start by doing a quick intro?
Oh, yes. My name is Mason. It's quick.
What do you do,
Joey?
Mason?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What do I do? I do a lot of things. I'm a creative technologist. Just kidding. I don't know. I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, which is what makes me relevant for this podcast.
Amen. Joey?
Oh, I'm Joey. That was an impressive intro, Kurt. Thank you. What?
Yeah, he did the work.
It's crafty. I'm Joey. I'm a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
We should probably also add. So we have been friends for a mighty long time. Joey and Mason have been friends longer than all three of us together. But all three of us, what is it now? I don't even know the years. What is it?
I think at this point, it's been since like 1992-ish.
92 for all three of us, and then you guys since 80 something.
Oh, since like 81. Yeah. So
yeah,
a long time. That's why it feels weird introducing myself to you guys.
Right. Hopefully there's more than just us listening at some point.
I know.
But yeah, so anyway, we live in three different spots now. We all used to live in the Bay Area, the East Bay of the Bay Area, where Mason still lives. Joey's in Salt Lake City, and I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. So we're have three different time zones, which makes for scheduling things fun between the three of us. But yeah, we all I think we have how many kids between us? Like almost 10, probably.
Holy shit, that's good.
Yeah,
I hope. Yeah. I think maybe it just depends on people's opinions, but I like that we are replacing ourselves with more of ourselves.
Yeah. We're creating the I guess the magnifier, so we just keep expanding the universe.
Yes. There you go. Kurt, you're the winner in that competition, though.
Yes.
The Cloveland Brood is impressive.
The Brood, yes, we can take over a restaurant or a.
and you probably had to get like a new car at some point, right? Where you got to a point in your life where you're like, shit, I have to upgrade my vehicle or downgrade depending on the car.
You had to click the third row when you're searching for vehicle, which is a whole different set of things. But yeah, you become the third row because otherwise one of the poor kids gets stuck in the middle, and then you have the arguments and all of our favorite parent moments are the arguments about who gets the shit end of the stick. So, but inevitably, one of the kids gets the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, it's a good lesson in winners and losers. Not everyone could be a winner. You know, some people can't be first place.
Best or worst, some would say.
That's true. That's true. So so our podcast, we are comparing things, right? Taking any subject, whatever, and then we're gonna try to argue between ourselves or just healthily debate in animated fashion what we think is the best and the worst of a subject, any subject, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And I think like, what are the ground rules? Do we have to establish ground rules in advance? Or is it subject by subject? I don't know.
Yeah, I think probably subject by subject, because that'll that'll be a little bit different, but I think as we're starting our discussion, we'll set a couple ground rules for that particular subject. But
I was thinking about one thing. Do you think it's possible to have the same answer be both the best and the worst?
Yes. I was
think so.
I was thinking about that earlier too, because even some of the subjects we talked about, I already saw some would be on both lists.
Right. Okay, so tonight we have a very, I would say it's a sensational topic, something that is likely to kind of make a lot of news and offend a lot of people. Do you want to introduce our topic, what we're going to start off with?
Yeah, so it's fast food. So all three of us like food. Probably me more than others, but fast food is I think something pretty universal. That whether we try to eat healthy or not, I think we all have experience with that, and I think it's a pretty good debate subject. Even as I was coming up with my list and discussing it with my wife and others, it's pretty easy to get into what's good and bad about it. So yeah, we figured that was a good starting one is to start with fast food.
Right. And I think we decided that it would be best if we didn't talk too much about it beforehand so that we could figure these things out, because otherwise it might be a very short show. Just like, hey, we all love Taco Bell, and I think we can end it now, right? So
I'm going completely extemporaneous right now, completely. So I'm just going to go into this open-minded and ready to go.
I think that's why fast food is a great first topic, because it's like a deep well to pull from. So like if you're, I definitely thought about it, but I also knew that I can speak. I'm happy to have conversations about stuff, because I know you guys are going to pick different shit than me.
We can all pontificate about various subjects.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So,
well, and I think this is probably one we have probably had long discussions when on various substances. So we could talk about it sober or other ways as well.
And the answer might change depending on right.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
So at the end of a long night,
we can agree it's always Taco Bell no matter what, right?
Taco Bell's always going to be high on that list.
Taco Bell's always going to be high, especially when it's 2 a.m, right? You've got Jack in the Box or Taco Bell, and that's kind of your options.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to define any like limitations? I think we said it should be something that is kind of not necessarily national chain, but something that is a household name, right? That is in enough regions that people would know what we're talking about.
I've heard about it. Yeah. No little, if it's just in like one city,
right,
that won't count.
Although that could be a very like in the Beltway conversation if we did that.
Oh yeah.
Best taco restaurants in Washington D.C. right?
Best basement pizza sex slave hiding places in Washington D.C. Oh wait, sorry.
That would be hard to nail down. It's a tough list.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Do we have
to make a list? We'd have to make a top 10.
Where's Q? Who's Q?
Oh, he's at Taco Bell at 2 a.m.
You would definitely vote for Taco Bell as well. All right. So do we want to talk about our best or worst first? The best?
Yeah, let's start with best.
I don't know. Best. What do you think is an easier conversation? I don't know. And who wants to go first? So throw it out there.
Explain the parameters of the fast food. We're talking about the best fast food right now. Top.
Yeah. And I think it's, I think about this kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever play Categories.
Yeah.
But I've gotten in so many fights with my family playing Categories because I can sort of be an asshole about my adherence to rules or like veering around rules. So I think that the parameters are just that, you're going to make the argument about this is why I think it's the best fast food. And you might say it's the best fast food because when you are drunk, it is the most satisfying thing on earth, even though you would never let your kids eat there. There's a plausible argument there, right? Or you might say, I've taken all things into account and it's, broadly the best fast food.
So we can't categorize certain things as best. Like, for instance, the best French fries, the best burger.
Oh, I think you're talking about future episodes right now, Joey.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see where we're trying to fit it in, and I see now.
Yeah.
I think more full experience, full culinary experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe,
so,
or it's just that good. Those French fries are that good that it's the best one for me.
Right.
That could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
We don't put limits on you.
I know my choice has a very simple menu.
So
it's not.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a lawyer here, but so we can't talk about. Listen, in my childhood, this restaurant was the best restaurant, and of course, subsequently,
of course you could.
30 years later, it's faded, so it's not the same restaurant, but it was the best then. It's my favorite because it was the best then. See what I'm saying?
Nostalgia and history, I think, are definitely strong arguments. Yeah.
So it doesn't have to necessarily be the best restaurant right now.
No.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, yeah. I'll probably call you on that if we're coming down to, because I think the goal is that before we end our recording, that we will whether we're all in lockstep agreement or not, we will there's three of us. So we will come to agreement that we're gonna pick one and pick two, pick one for the worst,
right?
And begrudgingly or not,
and we may have have some that make the top list, but you kind of have one.
And there may be a negotiation where you're like, I hate that restaurant, but I will vote with you for the best to trump Kurt, so that you will vote for my worst. Yeah.
So, for instance, if I were to hypothetically introduce, say, Starbucks as the best fast food chain.
Oh, wow!
Because it always has what you need, and you're always in there.
I didn't even think about that, Joe. That's a
interesting.
Right?
That's pretty good.
It changes. It paradigm shift. We're talking about a different kind of fast food, but it is fast food.
Oh, I would say it qualifies. Yeah. I hate their food. I don't like their food selection per se, but I love Starbucks very much.
Yeah, and I hate coffee, so
that's incredible.
So
Speaking of which, Kurt, I'm sure in your region, you've seen a lot of new soda stores, like stores that specialize in only sodas of different kinds. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't blown up as much here, but there's a few places.
In Salt Lake City,
Utah thing? Is that because in Utah people don't drink alcohol?
They drink soda. There's just places that serve soda with different syrups, and you can get different combinations. They're all over the place. It's crazy.
Is that because people don't drink as much in Utah?
Mormons are so creative. I think it's cool. Is that controversial? Did I say something about Mormons?
Just don't talk about their underwear, Mace.
Right. I just don't want to get fired is all.
What, your HR manager is listening, Mace?
Did you see what happened to that girl on Vogue? She got fired for something she did when she was like a preteen. She tweeted something as a preteen, and she lost her job 20 years later.
She used a bad word though, real bad one.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I only heard about it peripherally. I didn't hear a real bad word. I heard mildly offensive word.
Who would like to go first and make their argument?
Was Starbucks are you floating Starbucks as your first, or was that like a teaser?
It's a teaser.
Okay. Yeah, I had a hard time. I really like Starbucks because it's probably the restaurant I frequent most, but just for iced coffee. I go there, more than I should, like multiple times a week. I also love Taco Bell. That was high on my list, I think, for A, for the late night options. B, it's something my kids will eat, and they also have so many things. I'm a guy who likes variety. But that wasn't my choice. What were you thinking? Where are your thoughts, Kurt? Where was your circle of like?
All right, so I'll run.
Is there a cuisine?
Yeah. What's that?
Was there like a particular cuisine you found yourself? Because I had a hard time narrowing it down.
Because I have like kind of a best from different parts. So like Taco Bell obviously is up there. I have In-N-Out, just as kind of obviously it's not everywhere, but I think it holds that a certain status amongst people. So they don't have them here in Kansas City, but there's like Facebook groups of bring In-N-Out to Kansas City. And so, that is one. Chipotle is one. I mean, if we're talking about ones that I frequent too much and probably spend the most money at, it's Chipotle. And so, obviously coming from California, like I wish there was more authentic places to go. And there are, like where I work, but I haven't been in my office in a year. So, I'm kind of stuck with what they have in the suburbs. So, and that one's like the whole family likes, and it's easy.
It's relatively healthy too. Like,
yeah. I mean, and you can change it up. Chick-fil-A. I mean, I know that I'd lose my liberal card for saying that, but I mean, that fucking chicken sandwich.
Still a thing. Yeah,
I think for some people, but who knows? But I mean, that chicken sandwich is amazing. And
I've never ever had Chick-fil-A.
You've never had Chick-fil-A? Oh yeah,
never. Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, partly because I don't agree with their things, but I eat at Jimmy John's, and I know like my wife gets mad at me because like he hunted elephants or something, which is fucked up.
Mason, were you floating Jimmy John's right there? Were you floating that?
No, it's not going to be my best. They make a heck of a sandwich, though, I got to say. And the experience is pleasant.
Jimmy John's is on my list. Jimmy John's is on my list. And really? I got Panda Express is on my list. So
for your worst? For worst?
No, for best.
For worst list? For best. Express? Come on. Okay.
And then I got Wingstop.
What do you like at Panda Express? What do you like at Panda Express? I gotta know. I have one right down the street from me. I never eat there. One of my friends swears by it, so maybe I gotta try it.
Again, I don't actually. There's not that one that close. So I'd go to like my regular Chinese place before I would go to Panda Express. But within our parameters, if you're gonna compare to some of the others, I think it's and like I would get like they have like a cashew chicken I've gotten, and they got like their teriyaki chicken's pretty good.
Okay.
So
they're good at chicken. Or do they?
Yeah, I guess chicken. Broccoli beef.
Cool.
It's kind of hard to mess up broccoli beef.
Yeah.
My other two ones are Wingstop and Five Guys.
Oh, Wingstop! My God.
Yeah.
Love Wingstop.
Yeah. And
that was really high up. That was like my number 2. I love Wingstop.
Yeah, and that's because that's. I mean, I feel like it's pretty good value too. I mean, like of places you can go, you can get a crazy amount of food for not that much. So, but if we're talking,
I have a Wingstop question for you. Before you go on.
Yes.
If you order Wingstop, what's your ratio of lemon pepper to anything else?
I mean, I like a little lemon pepper, but I'm not going to go crazy on it.
It's not your favorite. Okay.
No. I mean, I like the garlic Parmesan, or just like a more traditional.
Shout out to garlic parm.
Or just a traditional. Like you guys have a way more spicier tongue than I do, so I can't go too hot.
Just traditional buffalo, like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like spicy wings, but at Wingstop, I usually only get lemon pepper. And then I might get like a quarter of my order or a fifth of my order garlic parmesan. It's just, they're similar, but it's a little different.
You get the
They
Rick,
had one called
you get the
Spice
Rick
9
Ross
a couple
Award.
years ago. Yeah. But what's funny is lemon pepper wings anywhere else, they suck. They're gross. They have all this fake lemon flavor. Like I was at something at Round Table. And I don't know if you've ever had their wings. They're terrible. And their lemon pepper was disgusting. I didn't even eat them. But
So that's my list.
we did say pizza would be allowed too, just for the record.
Yeah.
It's not on my, yeah.
No, none of the national ones I could put on. No, I couldn't do it.
Round Table wings might be on my worst food items, but I didn't put Round Table as my worst restaurant.
Oh, you don't like Round Table, huh?
I do. I like their pizza just fine. And they have beer there, so that's cool.
So
that's a
Round Table's a
I think
pizza
that's a
place
leg up
for people that don't live on the West Coast.
Kind of fast food.
Yeah.
Oh, is that only West Coast? I thought Round Table was national. It's not.
No, it's
there was a Round Table at Virginia Hills, I believe, back in the 80s. There was a Round Table there. That place was solid. They had great
pizza.
It was a Pizza Hut?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a
Love that place.
Yeah.
That was a Pizza Hut with the video game arcades and all the red and white checker tablecloths.
Just a pizza with
the red. You remember those red soda cups? The red plastic soda cups that were gigantic, and you had as much root beer as you wanted. It was like
shout out to was it Dragon's Lair? What video game was that?
Oh yeah.
That could have been the best and worst video game. Pizza arcade video game.
That game was the first game that opened my mind to like games like taking the next level in terms of animation, and exploring worlds. That game was really ahead of its time.
It was too hard though, but
it was really hard.
You could never get past like the first scene. Yeah.
All right, so that's my list. If I'm picking a best, I'm probably, I think I'd go Taco Bell. I mean, quite honestly, I think I'm going Taco Bell.
Okay, Taco Bell's a solid vote. I think it probably wins, but I'm going to make an argument.
Yeah, go, Mace. Let's hear yours.
So I love Taco Bell. I do. It's probably my top 3. Wingstop was also up there, but ultimately my favorite fast food is Popeye's chicken.
Whoa.
I just think it's the best fried chicken and the best biscuits. That's all I ever want there. And their French fries. And I love it. And that's my vote, because the quality, I can get it in an airport, or I can get it on a road. Like they have them sometimes in gas stations, when you're driving, and they have those like giant truck stop kind of places where it's a gas station and a convenience store, and then they'll have a Subway or a Popeyes. I know, but Popeyes, because it's deep fried, so it's, what you're going to get. You get their spices, and then they deep fry it at 180 degrees.
For some reason, whenever I see those truck stop restaurants attached to them, I always think of Hep C, and I don't know why, or Hep B, or whatever that food. It's like so gross to me.
That's why I don't want any fresh ingredients. No fresh ingredients. I want it boiled or fried.
If it's deep fried, you're killing everything.
Yeah. But I know, but you can take a shower next door, and then you can get like Popeyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best. So have you had the chicken sandwich from Popeyes, the one that everyone was freaking out about?
Yeah. It was good. But I like bones in my meat. I don't like boneless anything. And the chicken sandwich is white meat. I want dark meat. I want thighs. That's all. If I could in fact, one place I really like is El Pollo Loco. I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but you could just get like 10 chicken thighs from that place, and they're really good.
Their half chicken, the El Pollo Loco half chicken is incredible. Just half the chicken, 2 sides.
And Del Taco is also really good. You want to know a funny story? You guys took me to Del Taco for the first time when we were down in LA. And I don't know if you remember, but I took the trip. I was in the wheel well of Joey's car because I was so hungover that I didn't want to sit on the seat. I needed to be lower to the ground. And you guys took me to Del Taco for the first time, and I didn't like it very much. I had a bad experience because I basically was very sick. But then over the years, I've been reintroduced to it, and I appreciate their menu very much.
Oh yeah, I miss Del Taco. Yeah, they don't. That's another one they don't have everywhere.
That's only West Coast. Okay.
Yeah, I think it goes down. I think they have some in Texas, but
now when you talked about Popeyes, it made me think of another great fried chicken fast food chain in the South called Bojangles, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had it?
Mm-hmm.
They have great fried chicken, and then great. Actually, Gus's fried chicken is amazing too, and that's kind of a fast food chain. They're all over. I don't know if you have a Gus in Kansas City, but they're.
Do they have that in Kansas City?
Yeah,
I've had it in Texas.
They it's a couple years old, but yeah, they made one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, I think this might be controversial, but in terms of quality, and if you're just looking for a burger, I think Carl's Jr. has a case to be made.
Carl's Jr. a lot of people hate Carl's Jr.
That's on my worst list. So
okay, Carl's Jr. has actual burgers. I think they introduced it was like an $8 burger on their menu. And it was actually like a flame broiled burger. It wasn't something you heat up. It was an actual burger with great toppings, and it tasted fresh, good bun.
I just love that they put onion rings on the burgers.
What? Oh, their Western bacon cheeseburger is I think it's amazing. I love it.
Western bacon cheese, little tenacious.
Yeah, that's right.
Carl's Jr. is on my list. Bojangles is on my list. I think ultimately
what's your number one?
I think Taco Bell, because they can use 4 or 5 ingredients in 20 different ways, and it's all pretty good. And it's basically basic food, and it's you can go to it at any time. It's a go-to.
Okay. Well, I mean, we already have a majority for Taco Bell, and I'm not going to argue with you because I love Taco Bell. In fact, I don't know. Are they getting way more expensive though? Because I remember when I was a kid, you could get a taco for 29 cents and a burrito for 29 cents, bean burrito or beef taco. And the other day I ordered for my kids and my family. And I do have a little bit of DoorDash. I will over order because I can pick everything. So there's some of that at play, but it was like an $80 Taco Bell order, which seemed insane to me. It seemed insane.
Yes, that does seem insane.
I don't like food that's been sitting in people's cars. I just, as a rule of thumb, it's not.
That's fair.
I swear. I don't like groceries that's been sitting. I've seen people's cars. I just don't want things in their cars. I'll get in my car and go to the store. I don't.
I think I sent you that photo. It was a photo of a guy in a bathroom stall, and there was a photo from below the divider, and he was sitting on the toilet, and there was a DoorDash bag sitting on the floor next to him.
God.
But you know what? It's convenient. That's why people love DoorDash. That's why people love Amazon.
Yeah. I have another controversial pick. But I do believe in the 80s and 90s, McDonald's was the best fast food chain in terms of just a cross-section of things you just want quickly. You can get their cheeseburgers. They're okay. The French fries are great. I say the French fries are better than almost any fast food chain. Their breakfast menu, if you're hungry, you go to it. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Big breakfast.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So they have a variety that really was unmatched. But, the thing that hurts McDonald's is their environment. Anywhere you go in any McDonald's, it's always kind of seedy, and I don't like it. And I don't want my kids to.
Yeah. It didn't age well. McDonald's didn't age well. I'll totally agree. I remember McDonald's. It was a place that like you wanted to go as a kid, and it was a treat.
Right.
And so it was like they were some family destination, and now it's like you said, it feels seedy every time I go there.
And they had a marketing like death grip on people. Like you just, when you're a kid, you're inundated by McDonald's advertising, and you just want to go there. And they have a Happy Meal.
The Happy Meal is, I mean,
it makes kids happy. It makes kids happy.
God.
So,
I mean,
I still can remember the feeling of opening that box. You pull out
McDonald's
my kids still like the Happy Meals, so it's.
So McDonald's might be McDonald's in terms of nostalgia, and in terms of quality over a period of time. Not quality. That's the wrong term. In terms of just go to, things you can get.
Consistency, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been pretty much the same for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, price point.
So we're in agreement. Taco Bell is the winner on the best.
Taco Bell.
Yes. But yes, I will confirm. I do miss the. If I remember correctly, when we were in high school, Taco Bell used to be one of the hangout spots where everyone used to 75 kids would flood into Taco Bell after school ended. And that's when they had the 39, 49, 59 cent. And you could get, you get $2 from your parents and you'd get full. That's great.
Oh yeah.
That
made me think of two things. One was Kurt's BCT, if you all remember. BCT
you got to explain what it is, Joe. You got to explain what it is.
Okay, so
that's good. That was a Taco Bell metric.
At the Quad at College Park, they served Taco Bell bean burritos. Now, Kurt would just grab these bean burritos, they were like little tiny things in his hand, and he would eat a burrito in about 3 bites. And we called it burrito consumption time, BCT, and it would be about 3 or 4 seconds.
You're hungry at lunch.
And number two was the buffet at KFC. That was an amazing innovation for fast food.
It was dangerous, though.
Yeah.
Kurt and I had an unfortunate trip to the KFC buffet before our first varsity football game.
We thought it was going to be a great idea. We had 3 hours to kill before, and we walked over to the KFC buffet and gorged ourselves.
And then we're on the field, and we're like, I got to puke. Do you got to puke? I got to puke.
Oh, just the worst decision of all time.
Did you guys ever get it was like a mashed potato, corn, and chicken bowl at KFC?
Yes.
No,
it was
I got
layers.
Mashed potatoes are gross.
Yeah,
it was like a shepherd's pie, but for chicken
and
it's actually fucking good with gravy. Oh my god!
Really?
So I used to make that at home. So I did with real mashed potatoes, and then I would get chicken strips and bread them and real ingredients, and it was amazing. And good gravy.
Good. Yeah. The ingredients aren't bad. It's the KFC potatoes that I don't like. I like their chicken's fine, and their French fries are great. But
the KFC coleslaw is the goat coleslaw.
It is. I agree. Totally. Agree. Even better than Popeyes. My top choice.
KFC's creeping into the conversation here.
Yeah.
Creeping in. All right. Do we move on to worst here?
I guess so. Yeah.
I think we've settled on Taco Bell with some other high pointers. So I'll run you through my worst list here.
Okay.
So I had Hardee's / Carl's Jr. So it's, for those that don't know, it's essentially some parts of the country it's Hardee's, and other parts it's Carl's Jr. And I don't know how much they share, but it's been a hot minute since I've had it. But the few times I had, it was just bad experiences with it. The food,
I always think of their food now as warm and sort of bland and just kind of smushy. It's smushy, right?
Panera bread.
They have these pillowy big buns, and it's just kind of warm and
everything just
burger flavored. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not great. Yeah.
So the food at Dairy Queen, is fucking awful.
Ooh.
It is awful, god awful. I mean, I like the ice cream, but the food is, and again, that's a lot of these have been several years just because I'm not beating down the door to eat food at some of these places.
What do they have? Like burgers and fries? Is that?
Yeah, burgers and fries, and then they always have just like they're trying to it's like you don't know who they're trying to copy. Like they had like a chicken wrap kind of thing recently that just looked like I felt like the whole thing, like I could taste it, but there was no taste to it. It was like all cardboard. It was like styrofoam.
It's like food you get at Taco Bell or gas stations.
I love that Taco Bell was our favorite, but we also agree that the food's not very good. It's just.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, Taco Bell is actually it is the best, but
it's not good.
It's not
by
good.
any means. Yeah. It's not good. Like the food's not good, but you love Taco Bell. We all love Taco Bell.
Right. Like like you can't explain it, but yeah.
I remember going to Taco Bell on Sundays, and Sundays they would have Taco Tuesdays, and they would have like 25-cent tacos, and we go there, and I thought it was a special treat. I just eat hard tacos. I mean, that's all I get because that's all I could.
You know what else I like? I know
tacos.
we're back gushing about Taco Bell, but something else I love about them is they have been like innovative, right? They try weird shit like Doritos Locos Tacos. Who thought to make a taco shell out of Doritos? I don't know, but it worked and it's stuck around for years. They have these chalupa things, and then someone was like, "Why not put a taco in a chalupa and have both?" And it's good. No,
Taco Bell
cheesy gordita crunch.
The Taco Bell obviously reinvested in their research and development department because obviously they couldn't come up with all this shit, you know?
Yeah, they're like,
right. Then they like figured out, let's take two tostadas, wrap it in a tortilla, and grill that son of a bitch, and we'll call it a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Let's be real
it's
about
like
it.
Joey said, they took
Taco Bell is that the owner of Taco Bell is a total stoner. Let's be real about it.
They took 7 ingredients. We're like, how many permutations of these ingredients can we make? Do it.
It's like one of those intelligence tests where like they give like engineer or something. They're like here's 2 pieces of cardboard, some rubber bands, and duct tape. What will you make? And they throw out like, here's 2 tostadas, here's some ground beef, some sour cream, and 1 tortilla, but it's small. What are you gonna make?
And we all agree it's the best. Great. You did it.
And then we're lining up.
Congratulations. All right.
All right. So I had let me get my other 3 on my worst list. So I do have a pizza on here, Little Caesars. I hate Little Caesars. It's just I've had indigestion like no other every single time.
Really? I remember as a kid, it was one of those places where they had it was like $8 for 2 pizzas. And so we could go, because there was one right down the street from your house, Kurt, and we could walk down there, ride our bikes, and have no money, and we would each get our own whole fucking pizza to eat. And that was.
Well, do you remember when they had that ginormous pizza too? It was like 2 pizzas in one. It was like long and like a rectangle.
Yes, I do. Pizza. Okay, I agree. It's not good food, but
yeah, it's. Well, that's one that has definitely gone down as I've gotten older, for sure.
Yeah.
And so, probably second on my list of worst is Burger King. It just is awful. Like McDonald's is like a certain level, and just Burger like they used to be like neck and neck, and I just feel like they've gone down crazy over the last 25 years. It's just awful. But my number one is, and maybe it'll be controversial, but Subway is my number one worst.
I thought I was gonna have to fight you guys. That's my number one. I fucking hate Subway so much. I think it's the worst food on earth. Yeah. I thought some people love it. Some people really love it, and I don't understand it because every time I walk into a Subway, I feel like it makes me feel like I'm a homeless person. Like it's I don't know. No offense to homeless people, but like
you guys are better than Subway, okay?
Yes, you're better than Subway. It's the bare minimum effort put into anything. It's like cold, flavorless food that is just stacked, and there's no decoration, there's no brand, there's no identity, there's nothing. I hate it.
I mean, they're artists, Mace. They're sandwich artists.
What's weird is I love sandwiches. I love a good like a basic sandwich, fine. Italian sandwich, fine. Not Subway.
Oh, the worst.
It's not that much different. Shouldn't be that much different than Jimmy John's, right?
Right, but it's night and day.
Yeah,
night and day.
Well, Joey,
well, sorry to steal your thunder, Mace.
You want to weigh in on Subway?
I think Subway ranks in the bottom 25% of the fast foods, but at the very least, they have a few fresh ingredients. They have some produce in there, so sometimes lettuce. If you need a little produce, you can't go there. But I'd say the worst, in my opinion, it's probably a tie between three. Little Caesars, because they just don't have, they're not. It's just the worst pizza ever. It's just so terrible. And I think people get it because it's cheap and it's quick. It's like they have little ovens now. You can just walk in. It's already made. It's been sitting there for 2 hours. You just pull it right out, walk to your car, and it's just really bad ingredients, bad pizza. It's a terrible, terrible restaurant. The other one is Arby's. Arby's is gone completely downhill. Arby's.
I haven't been there for a while, but
you got to go back to an Arby's. It's so disappointing. They're just, it's over processed. I don't know what they've done over the years, but they've completely changed what they used to do good, which is just thinly sliced roast beef and a little bit of cheddar sauce on top. But now it tastes just completely like it's been trucked from like another country to an Arby's. It just tastes gross. And then the third one is Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Terrible. Wendy's
really
is terrible.
Yeah. They used to actually make decent food, I thought. I haven't been to a Wendy's.
For me, Wendy's is like middle of the road. Like it's right down the middle. Like it's fine. I don't hate it.
Do you think Wendy's has dropped off, or you never liked Wendy's?
Maybe the Wendy's, because it might be confirmation bias or it might be locality, but the Wendy's around me, they're dicey, man. They're shady. They're dicey.
I don't trust them.
They're not clean. I've been to them. My kids love them. I don't understand why, and I refuse to go to them. I just never want to go to one again.
I mean, is it the square patties?
No, it's like, I think it's because there's like the Wendy's near me, and there's a couple other Wendy's that I've been to. Sometimes there's like little mini homeless encampments in there. Shout out to homeless people. That's the second homeless restaurant.
Shout out. We're gonna have big homeless listeners to this podcast.
Well, in the Bay Area, I don't know. It's a thing. There were, well, anyways, a lot.
There are a lot.
It's hard talking about the worst fast food because they're always bad experiences, and maybe that's why they're so like individual, because we've all had bad fast food experiences at these places.
But I think if we all have mutual bad experiences, that probably it probably fits in a little more universal.
Absolutely.
I've had bad experiences at places I like. Like I ordered from Taco Bell once, and at the drive-thru, and they didn't put any salsa in my bag. And I don't know about you, but that completely ruined my Taco Bell experience because there was no salsa at all. I kind of like, it's a ritual for me to put the hot salsa on my
tacos
kind of
sauce
or my
do you
burritos. Whatever. I like the hot, the regular orange hot. Not that they have like 18 different Diablo and this and that. I just like the regular hot, not mild, but the hot, plain, like the classic.
Yeah,
that's my go-to.
My wife needs approximately 75 sauces with every Taco Bell order.
Same. I'm saying, yeah. And that's why I got none and was like, what? I can't even eat this. Yeah.
And a delightful little snack that Taco Bell has that goes under the radar is their little churro snacks. Their little sugar cinnamon snacks. Yeah. Try it.
Cinnamon
really
twist.
good.
Okay.
Cinnamon twist. Yeah, they're just crunchy.
This podcast was brought to you by Taco Bell.
We could be paid off very easily to put you on the best list.
There you go. Yeah.
Mace, who else did you have on your worst list? Or did you
my
have
worst?
anybody?
I had. I did. Subway was number one worst with a bullet. Like no competition. I generally don't like. I've only had, so to be fair, I don't like the idea of what was the place we were talking about, the Chinese fast food, Panda Express. That place was, I've only had it like once or twice, and I didn't care for it. So that was on my list. I love fast food, so for me, I have a very low bar, right? So it's hard to like displease me. Carl's Jr. is one that I loved as a kid that has gone downhill a little bit, but I have a soft spot in my heart for it. So I wouldn't say it's the worst because I remember their ads and I like their onion rings. I love onion rings so much.
Any fast
Burger
food?
King, I don't know. Yeah.
Any fast food restaurant that serves Sparrow's terrible. I don't like pizza though. I don't like pizza. That's my problem.
Right.
Any fast food restaurant that serves either Squirt or Mountain Dew, 2 thumbs up.
Is there a fast food restaurant that serves Squirt currently?
I wish. That grapefruit soda is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I
see
Mountain Dew, but I haven't seen Squirt from a fast food place. And
do you guys remember Citrus Cooler?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I love
Cactus Cooler. Cactus Cooler. Yeah. Oh man,
I saw that in it was one of those TV shows where they do like, it's in the 80s or something for some reason, and there was Cactus Cooler in the vending machine.
Are you guys a fan of these like custom soda companies that kind of in lieu of like having Pepsi or Coke? Some places have like those like small batch soda places machines.
Are you trying to sell us on this custom soda place?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about something different?
No. No.
Quit pushing.
No, I was in Texas, and they didn't carry Pepsi or Coke products. They carried some smaller brand, which I thought was interesting.
Were you in Austin?
Oh yeah, like I've seen that. Yeah, there's a burger place by us that has like they call it craft sodas, and it's
right.
They have a root beer flavor, and then yeah.
I think I need a soda. I've been drinking a soda long.
I don't. Yeah, I've never been a big soda guy, so I drink unsweetened iced tea. That's what I want.
Yeah, I drink Pamplemousse, grapefruit soda, grapefruit. Pamplemousse.
And I'm addicted
soda
to
water
Pepsi,
or this.
Yeah, soda.
Yeah.
Have we picked our worst, or are we still? So we have 2 votes for Subway.
That was easier than I thought. Yeah. Joe, are you
Joe,
okay with Subway?
Can you concur with us on Subway?
Yeah, I think Subway's just bad overall. Bad. It's consistently bad in too many areas.
All right. So
okay,
they need a complete rebrand. They need to completely change everything.
They do.
Let's get some help from the homeless community and see what we can do.
Oh man, third homeless reference.
Definitely getting fired.
We'll take it out in post. Don't worry.
That's right. There you
go. So it looks like we got Taco Bell for our best and Subway for our worst. So what's do we have any parting thoughts as we wrap episode 1, episode 0, whatever we're calling it, and on our fast food? Anything come to mind in our conversation here?
Well, I think it's interesting. I was just going to say that there was what was it? It was a Sylvester Stallone movie. Was it Time Cop? Where he went into the future, and Taco Bell was the preeminent restaurant, not just fast food, but they were like fine dining. They owned everything. Any food was Taco Bell. And I think that they got it right, I guess.
Clearly. Shout out Time Cop.
Was it Time Cop? Was it? I feel like I'm getting that wrong. I'm going to look it up.
In 300 years, we're all just going to be saying Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
That's right. Does Amazon own Taco Bell yet?
Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
Do you know where Taco Bell is headquartered?
Demolition Man.
Taco Bell is headquartered in somewhere in the Midwest.
No, Irvine, California.
Hell yeah!
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow. Look at that.
Irvine, California.
Kurtz, you weren't born there, but you grew up there.
Yeah,
right?
That's where I lived before the Bay Area.
I think my parting shot for fast food is just don't beat yourself up for getting fast food. Once in a while, you got to get it.
Yeah,
the road.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to normalize being okay with a little fast food in your life.
Yeah, fast food's okay. You can't always cook at home. It's all right. Enjoy it.
Right. Well, here's a quick
Support
one before
small businesses first.
Yeah.
Before we part. So what do you think your kids would say was the best fast food place?
Oh, it's easy.
What would they say?
Chick-fil-A or Wendy's, and it's just disappointing to me. It's okay.
So my son, he just turned 16, and I asked him what he wanted for his birthday. I said we can go to any restaurant and get you what you want, and he wanted to go to Chipotle. He loves Chipotle so much, and I kind of it makes me like Chipotle more because he likes it. So it's like something that we can do. We'll ride our bike and go get Chipotle. I'll be like, "Hey, you want to go get some Chipotle?" He'll stop whatever he's doing. Yes, let's go. That's all I got.
And is owned by McDonald's. So McDonald's is
not anymore. Not anymore.
There you go.
Oh, not anymore. Okay.
No, not anymore. So I pulled up a list.
I thought it was Pepsi, or no? Yeah.
Well, I think it was at one point, but I think they had sold it off in one of those corporate moves.
Oh, how weird.
So I looked up a list of the 32 biggest fast food chains in America. Can you guess what is number one? Most locations?
Subway.
Bing.
Subway.
24,798 locations.
I wonder why. Maybe because it's like the cheapest franchise or something.
Yeah, because
I don't know. How could that be?
You can open up in any business park. All you need is just a little space and a refrigerator. And
right. You don't need a kitchen. Yeah.
You don't need a kitchen. Yeah. You just need a little.
Yeah.
You can have the same business park ceiling with fluorescent lighting and just open up.
Yep. Well, yeah. They're only like 15 feet wide too. So it's just like, yeah.
A lot of ex-athletes bought into the Subway chain and owned 15, 16 restaurants. And that's how they made their retirement.
Yeah.
What are the other items on the list, Kurt? I'm curious.
So 2, you got Starbucks with almost 15,000. 3, you got McDonald's, almost 14,000. Dunkin Donuts at 9,400.
Wow.
Oh, that's terrible.
Pizza Hut.
That must be more like East Coast. I never see them here.
Yeah, I mean they're moving. They're in Kansas City big time now. I think they're moving the other way. But yeah, East Coast is like, I mean, they put Starbucks to shame in some places in the East Coast. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New England especially.
Oh yeah, it's like every other street corner. Let's see. We'll do top 10. Pizza Hut's got like 7,400. Burger King's got 7,300. Wendy's, 6,700. Taco Bell has almost 6,600. Domino's has almost 6,000. And rounding out the top 10 is Dairy Queen with 4,400.
Wow. I feel a little better. I was feeling bad because I'm like, our best was Taco Bell, right? And the best that we could choose. But then when you just named the top 10, I was like, yeah, I guess it is Taco Bell.
Right. Yeah.
So
and trust me, when you go through the list, you won't feel bad about Taco Bell.
Right.
You won't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. I feel good about our Taco Bell.
In some cases, Taco Bell could be the best and the worst. You know, I mean, it depends on the Taco Bell you go to, the meal you get. It could be great or it could be oof.
Yes.
It's part of the thing I do when I order from Taco Bell is I get a bunch of things knowing that there will be some I'll take a bite of and be like, no, I'm not going to eat that. And that's okay. That's why I got 8 things.
So what is your Taco Bell order, guys?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's traditionally it's always been I'll get off of the prepaid meal plan. I'll just get 2 tacos, 2 burritos, 2 bean burritos, extra onions, and a drink. That's it.
Yeah.
Good call out on that.
Yeah, I like the bean burrito, extra onions, always extra onions. I like just basic like the beef taco supreme, chicken soft taco supreme, but then they also have some of their new stuff. There's this steak, I don't know how to describe it because it's got all the things. It's like steak. It's got the gordita and the taco, so it's got crunchy and chewy and cheesy, and that's real good. So I usually always get my burritos and my tacos and my soft taco, and then I'll try 1 or 2 of the weird steak somethings with like combinations of funky.
Yeah, that cheesy gordita crunch, pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I just pick everything on DoorDash.
See, that's probably where, if I think I did that, I would order too much because you don't have like the pressure of the drive-through.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's some drive-through pressure. There's a lot of drive-through communication problems. But sometimes.
Oh Jesus!
I went into a Taco Bell.
If you try modifying your order at many fast food places, more than likely they're going to get it wrong.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time, if you modify your order in any way, it's going to be wrong.
Right. Yes.
I went into a Taco Bell recently,
and
I went to the counter.
Go ahead,
customer service, attention to detail. Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say that I think the same thing was that I went in, I go up to the counter and there's a kid working and I go, I'm ready to order. And he says, oh, use the screen behind you. And I'm going, like, can I just give you my order? He says, you can, but just if you use the screen, it's easier. And I go, okay, I'll use the screen.
My brother.
Why are you working? Why?
Yeah. My brother went into a Home Depot. It was a funny, correct me up. He went into a Home Depot and he was trying to just pay for something with a human. They kept on telling him to go to the computers. And as he's walking out, he yells, if this is the future, it sucks. He walks out of Home
Depot. It's true.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it. Oh. Well, boys, I think we've, this one's, it definitely felt too easy. Hopefully we have some more arguments in our future with our future topic.
Yeah.
But this is a good one to start with. It's, hopefully people can, if anybody listens, for sure, let us know how this list compares to yours. What kind of list you have on the best/worst, and we'd love to hear it, and let us know what you think of the show. Anything you want to hear, any subjects you think would be good for us to pontificate on. But thanks for joining us on episode 1 of best/worst.
Yeah. And what are you supposed to say? Don't forget to like and subscribe, Kurt.
Smash that subscribe button.
Isn't that what the kids say? I think. Yeah.
Smash the subscribe, like it.
All right. I don't even know if we have that, but yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Whatever
it is, do it.
Do we need like a catchphrase to like, sign off, or are we?
I think you just coined it.
Catchphrase?
That's it. That's it.
There's outro music. See? All right.